Soccer is one of the most popular sports in the world. Even though it is very popular in some parts of the world, it is a sport that many people enjoy no matter where they live. This is clear from the fact that there are so many soccer stadiums. You might be surprised to find out how much money was spent on some of these stadiums and how much a typical game costs. When you buy a seat, buy food and drinks, and pay for parking, you'll spend quite a bit at these stadiums, which are considered to be the most expensive in the world. Today we are going to discuss the 10 most luxurious and expensive stadiums in the world. But before we start our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. So let's get started. Number 10. Emirates Stadium, London, England. Just over 60,000 people can fit in this stadium. That's enough to make it the third largest stadium in England and the 10th most expensive on this list. Building and running the stadium itself cost a huge $750 million. It is where the Arsenal Football Club is based. It was finished about 12 years ago and has modern architecture, 2 fully equipped commercial kitchens, and even several learning centers. Prices for tickets to see the football club range from $30 to $85 per person. Most of the time, concession prices are about the same as many others. For a drink, a hot dog, and some chips, you can expect to pay somewhere around $25. Parking costs extra and varies depending on what you're going to see. Number 9. Allianz Arena, Munich, Germany. The dimensions of this stadium are comparable to those of the one that was just described. It is recognized to be one of the most expensive sites of its kind, due to the fact that its construction cost a little more than $800 million. If you are planning on seeing a play at this venue, you should be prepared to pay a significant amount of money. The precise cost can vary based on the activities that are taking place, as is the case with most venues. Seats can range in price anywhere from $35 to $90 per person, and in certain instances, they can cost considerably more than that. If you plan on making a purchase from the concession stand, you should be prepared with at least $35 in cash. You should plan to have at least $25 to $30 cash on you if you are going to park anywhere in the region, and you should have this cash on you at all times. Number 8. Rogers Centre, Toronto, Ontario. If you wish to stay in this building, it will cost you a significant amount of money due to the fact that it nearly cost $10 million to create. There are a few sections of the stadium where you can find seats for less money, but the majority of seats cost approximately $50 each. The food stall has prices that range between $35 and $40 the majority of the time. If you intend to park, you ought to bring at least a couple of extra $20 notes with you at all times so that you can pay for the space. Number 7. Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, Madrid, Spain. You would have imagined that a stadium that is as immaculate as this one would be one of the most expensive stadiums available. The construction of this one set us back close to $10 million. It shouldn't come as much of a surprise to you that if you want to find a nice seat in the stadium, you are going to have to spend approximately $75 in order to do so. If you opt to drive to the stadium for whatever reason, you're going to incur a high price tag for parking, which will probably cost you somewhere in the vicinity of $50. Concessions for the stadium can easily surpass the $50 mark. Number 6. Aviva Stadium, Dublin, Ireland. This venue is without a doubt one of the most recognizable stadiums in the world. It took more than $1 billion to construct, and it is also not an inexpensive structure to keep up and running. This means that soccer fans will need to shell out a greater sum of money to attend top-tier competitions. Even if you sit in the very front row, it's possible that tickets may cost you between $80 and $85 each. In addition, the snacks and parking are going to cost you a significant amount of money. When everything is said and done, you should plan on bringing roughly $150 with you so that you can be certain that you will have enough to enjoy everything that is offered. Number 5. Wembley Stadium, London, England. Because it was of such a high cost, the lost money will have to be made up for in some way. It takes the shape of ticket prices that can easily surpass $90 per person, not to mention the prices of concessions, which appear to skyrocket into the stratosphere. If you plan to drive there, you should include at least $40 for parking and somewhere in the neighborhood of $60 for concessions when planning your budget. Number 4. Corinthians Arena, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Simply constructing the stadium came with a price tag of approximately $1.5 billion. The price of a seat might range anywhere from $100 to $150, depending on the location within the venue that you select. Even for the most basic of concessions, you may easily spend at least $50, and it's typically possible to spend significantly more than that. You shouldn't be surprised if you're requested to pay close to $45 in order to park in the vicinity if you want to do so don't worry about it. Number 3. Olympic Stadium, Montreal, Quebec. This new stadium will cost $1.5 billion more than the last one. The rates of seats and food are identical to those that are charged in the Brazilian stadium that was discussed in the previous paragraph. However, finding a parking spot in the neighborhood can be challenging, and if you don't take advantage of the local public transportation options, this might end up costing you a significant amount of money. It's possible that throughout the course of the day, you'll end up spending a little bit more money here than you would have at the Corinthians Arena. Number 2. Cape Town Stadium, Cape Town, South Africa. This stadium, which looks like it came from the future, cost almost $1.75 billion. When you add up how much it costs to build and how much it costs to live in the area, you get some of the highest stadium prices in the world. There are no really cheap seats. You probably won't be able to get out for less than $170 per seat. People pay more than $250 for the best seats. When you add in concessions and parking, you can easily drop another $120 without even trying. Number 1. Signal Iduna Park, Dortmund, England. This huge building cost more than $2 billion to build. It is also one of the most expensive places to go to a stadium. If you want a good seat at this stadium for a big event, you'll have to spend several $100s. When you add in food and transportation, it shouldn't surprise you that some people spend more than $500 on a single event, and that's just for one seat. So these are the 10 most luxury expensive stadiums in the world. If you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel for more top 10 videos. Press the bell icon for latest updates. Thanks for watching.